Cal McDonald. Joining me tonight, two very, very familiar faces, Kathleen and John. How are you doing? Have you recovered?
We have recovered. Well, I have recovered.
Yeah,
John?
we've both recovered, haven't we?
Yes, we've both recovered. Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
it was
everyone's
a
good.
great experience. Yeah.
And join us tonight, the whole purpose of the show, our very good friends from our now official Twinning Con, Alan and Hannah from Fleetwood Community Convention. Have I got the name right? Yeah.
Community Comic-Con, yeah.
Community Comic-Con, right. I knew there was an extra C word. Welcome to the show, guys. Pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Right, at this point, I'll hand over to Kathleen and John, and you can start the story of how this has all come together.
Yeah. No, well, I must say I'm really bad because we were at Epicon last year in September, which was it's not last year, it's this year. It's not 2026. A couple of months ago. You see what Ocon does to me. Yeah. A couple of months ago, and it was lovely. And there was this lovely gent standing by the table, and we introduced ourselves, and it was Alan, and we heard all about Fleetwood Community Comic-Con. And that's what I'm saying. I'm terrible. I didn't know where Fleetwood is. I do now know where Fleetwood is. But our stories were so similar. It was just lovely to meet you and lovely to find out about Fleetwood. So for people out there, tell us a bit about how you started your Comic-Con.
Yeah. So me and Hannah, we run our own little business called Comic Book Frames. And we travel all the way around the UK selling our frames. So we go to different Comic-Cons up from Aberdeen down to London and stuff. And I used to work for Accrington Stanley Football Club. Exactly. And so that was a CIC when I first started and then became a charity afterwards.
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, why isn't there a Comic-Con that's a CIC? We're traveling all over the country and we haven't seen one yet. So I jumped on the internet, had a bit of a look, and up pops Ocon. And it's like, so there is one.
So it must be possible.
So it must be possible. And it's like, so I had a look what they were doing, and it's like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. What we could do, and it's like, so we just decided to have a go at it and see what it's like, because we've got lots of contacts in the Comic-Con industry. Because, like I said, we're all over the place. So so we've got
lots of like Comic-Con friends. So we were like drag some of them on board. So quite a lot of those are now like directors and stuff as well. And they've all got their own ideas and their own experiences. So together it's
So we've got like 9 directors who live all over the place. So for instance, you met Bob up at Epic Con. Bob lives on the borders. So then we've got Dennis, who lives in Liverpool. We've got Paul and Helena that live in Manchester area, and then Kim in Rochdale. So we're dotted all over the place, and we're just outside Fleetwood. And we were like, right, where shall we start? Where shall we have this Comic-Con that we're going to become a CIC with? And we had a look round, and the only place local to us was Marine Hall, really. There is, because Fleetwood is situated right next to Blackpool, so there are noisy neighbours. And whenever anybody says, where do you live? We usually say Blackpool.
Yeah,
because
Blackpool,
people,
they know where it is. Yes.
Yeah. So we're a couple of towns along the coast of Blackpool. So we thought we could have it in Blackpool, but there's already a Comic-Con there. We don't want to step on people's toes. So we decided, let's go and have one in Fleetwood at Marine Hall. So we inquired about it, and then
so I went on from there.
Like
I say, we got in contact with all our Comic-Con friends, and we're like, we've got this idea.
Do you want to jump on board? And we were like, yeah.
And I bet everyone that you asked was, thrilled to.
Yeah. They're all like specialists in their own little subjects. So, for instance, Kim and Chris,
like horror.
They're horror.
Yeah,
So they run their own distant scream events. So they run their own horror convention in Haywood near Manchester, Greater Manchester way. So we're like, oh, we could have a horror section and ask him
to run that bit.
to run that, and then we could ask, get Paul to look after the guests because he runs Autostars.
Superstar Autos.
Superstar Autos,
yeah. So he's like,
so he gets lots of signatures off all the celebrities and all that lot and things. So so we just use everyone's expertise
and people's interests, and I think that's what's so great when you're doing it, as a community event rather than a commercial. The whole focus is different, isn't it? Yeah,
it definitely is, because like I say, we go to a lot of the big Comic-Cons, obviously big companies like Monopoly and Unleashed and so we go to the bigger ones, but I don't know, the community part is like the character of it. I find that it's has a more of a homely feel, and everybody mucking in together. For instance, when we were setting up on the day, all the traders that came were picking up tables and setting up the area for us. And stuff.
Everyone's a part of it.
Definitely from the traders to the guests and stuff.
Everybody knew the story. Everybody knew that we're not doing this for profit. We're doing this to give the community something to do for an event. And therefore people were really on board with that. Even traders who like us do big events all over the country were like, no, actually these guys are doing it for a different reason. Let's muck in. We wanted to be really activities based and have loads of events and loads of stuff just going on for free. Fleetwood's quite a deprived area, so it's we want people just to come down and have a nice day. So the focus I think definitely got people's attention for sure.
And as you say, the focus is on activities. You'll have vendors there and people selling stuff, but it's more about people experiencing things, isn't it? I think that's what's very similar about Ocon and Fleetwood.
So we had Ashley Lister, who's a local author, horror author, who did a workshop free of charge, who was did a short story horror story writing workshop and stuff, and again free of charge, and then there's Peter with
Space Axolotl.
Oxalotl.
We always struggle how to say it.
Yeah,
he knows
the Mexican lizard. The Mexican lizard.
I picture it in my head.
He did a drawing workshop, didn't he? How to draw the character, and then he did a separate comic book writing workshop. And like I say, just gave people an opportunity to do these different creative outlets.
And it's helped them as well, because they've ended up. For instance, we had Creatives on the Couch, a TV broadcasting
I love that idea.
company there. And they then invited Ashley on to the Bolton studio to do one of the shows, one of the episodes with them and stuff. So things come out of it for them. So they're volunteering, but it also helps them as well. So
as all kind of really important community events do, everyone's getting it out. The volunteers, you're working so hard, but you must love it, and to be so successful that first year must have been great. I mean,
we had that just over
2.5. Well, we had about 2,500 people turn up to it, and I mean,
that's incredible.
It blew us out of the water. We were like, it will die down. We were like, it will die down. And it was like, no, it just didn't. Just
a free event. I mean, we had security on just because it's a free event and Comic-Cons are a safe space. Our biggest worry was to have riffraff turn up and try and spoil it, because it's free. So we had security on as well.
And he loved it.
He loved it. But he tapped me on the shoulder as I'm doing the setup and stuff, and says, "There's a queue outside." I said, "What?" He said, "There's a queue outside of about 100 people." It's what is there? Half an hour. It's there we go. So so it was real. like
we
chuffed
can
with that.
only
Yeah.
we can only dream of 2,500. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think,
but
yeah.
again, I think that you've got issues to like I said, like we were talking about before about the ferry to get over and things like more hurdles. I think you've
That's
definitely
it.
got
Yeah.
more hurdles than we have. I mean, for instance, like even cosplay groups. I mean, we're about an hour away from Manchester and an hour away from Liverpool. So there's plenty of like cosplay groups and stuff around for us. So you're always in our thoughts when we're thinking about, oh, we've got this barrier to jump over. And it's like, they've got bigger barriers to jump. They've got bigger barriers to jump over.
But then again, I suppose it makes it, we're unique in different ways, or different other ways that kind of, So, we will move on from me moaning about the ferry and the travel costs, because otherwise you'll never hear the end of it. But it's a challenge. We were looking at where people came from this year, and it was a bit more from sort of further afield, which was lovely to see. And we hope in time people will combine it with a holiday, pick that October day to come, because you were planning to come and have a holiday as well. So it's slow.
It's see what you. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, it's interesting to see what you said about your first day, whether anyone we were kind of, but with us, it was just like, because this was just Comic-Con in the Outer Hebrides was completely new waters for everyone. We were just like, will anyone turn up in cosplay? But they turned up, and it's like, as Rob the Clown said, he's amazed at the level of cosplay and the quality he said was out of this world.
Yes, when we go back to that first year and just, we sort of, you were very, very sort of quite well informed, you'd been to Comic-Cons and that. I think we went to one Comic-Con and it was just, we kind of like this, we'd only been to one, but this is the kind of stuff we like. So, and then slowly got volunteers, and we're just so lucky that, and we thought, okay, handful of volunteers. It was about 10 or 12 at that time, wasn't it? And we thought, but is anyone else going to come? We honestly absolutely had no idea if it was just going to be this complete, ghost town with tumbleweeds. So, it was terrific. I don't think even after you do more, that first one will have a special place,
Even though we had the tables, because the venue the venue didn't have enough tables, so we had to rent some of the tables. But then the venue didn't have enough space for us to. No, it wasn't open the day before.
The challenges.
So we had to
to hire a van. Go and pick the tables and then load the tables got dropped off to us, so then we had to put them in the van, which is fine because the guy that hired the tables helped us. But then we had to then unload them all at the start of the event and then load them all back in the van at the end of the event and then take them out the van because the table guy was coming after. We had to have the van back. So we loaded and unloaded that van several times.
And then,
But
and that's the thing that people don't see, though, that people don't see again, they think, the Comic-Con ends on 5 o'clock or whatever, and that's it. And everybody goes home.
And then little mice come and they're turned into footmen and they clear everything up.
That's it.
And that's the hard work. And I'm sure people laugh at me because I get obsessive about it. But, the whole setup and breakdown is hard work. And luckily,
did it surprise you about how much work was involved? Because obviously you had some idea, being attendees and other things, but did you just get sort of sideswiped like we did by thinking, blimey, there's a lot of this stuff to do?
Definitely, because we're traders, so we set up and break down. But this is on another level. It's like because luckily we had a brilliant team of people that did their own little sections. So we were, and it was just a case of just make sure everybody knew what they were doing. And so the setup worked and it was fine, wasn't it?
It was mainly just me and you the day after having
but
to
the day after
and then being like
just everything
again.
Yeah. And I think there's no avoiding that, is there? It just has to be done, and we'll get better at it. But yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, for people that didn't get to Fleetwood this year, can you just talk us through what you had and how the day was structured? Oh, hello.
We've lost them.
We lost them.
I think if they just refresh, they should come back and no problem. The wonders of the internet. Okay, shall we? Awkward silence, or shall we? Oh, there we go.
No,
they're coming back. Yes.
Pinterest pause.
Disappeared.
Sorry, I think the hamster in someone's internet kind of had a bit of a fit there. So,
did you get
questions?
Yeah.
No, for people who didn't get to Fleetwood this year, can you just talk us through kind of what you had there and the kind of stuff that went on?
Yeah. So, like Hannah said, we wanted to be a little bit more interactive with what we did. So, as well as having, obviously, we had 3 workshops, the 2 comic ones and the book writing, but we also had like a scavenger hunt quiz as well. We'd have 10 things dotted all the way around the Comic-Con, and then it was free for people to come along. They got a little worksheet and they go around and they find the little plaques that we had. And on the back of the plaque, there was 2 questions. One was a question in writing, and one was a picture one for younger people.
You can tell I'm a teacher and I think about this stuff. That was one of my responsibilities. And the event was actually, like, funnily enough, just by coincidence, on National Lollipop Day. If you didn't know there was a thing, there is. So we brought about 1,000-ish lollipops. We just gave lollipops.
And it was just, everybody had lollipops.
Lollipops.
Lollipops. Yeah.
That is
so
amazing.
we had that going, and we also had the cosplay bingo. So again, on the other side of the sheet, we had like a picture of Batman. So you had to then go out and find
a
Batman, get a photograph with him,
or
a stormtrooper. A stormtrooper, go and get a picture with stormtrooper.
We had Eva, who's another Comic-Con friend of ours that dresses as a mermaid. So we had her, and she's like propped up on a trolley thing. She's made loads and loads. She'd made loads and loads, and I don't know how many, but she would tell you of like friendship bracelets,
hundreds of
and little like beads, like octopus, like
lovely
toys and stuff that given out, and the kids loved that, didn't they?
Free. She was giving them away for free. Yeah, just giving them away like that. There you go, type things the kids absolutely.
And then her husband Tony is a DJ. So he had music on all day, and
we had so we also had what's his name, Black Lace,
Dean Michael
from Black Lace. So Agadoo, the conga, he sung the conga, and we had the cosplayers do the conga all the way around the Comic-Con, and then finish off on the steps. He did Agadoo, didn't he? He sung Agadoo, and they were all doing Agadoo, the dance routine to it. And
then we talked about Kim and Chris earlier on, who do the Hayward HorrorCon. They did a scare zone for us.
Lovely.
So we roped in about 50 different volunteers to dress up as zombies on the day. And then filled like the side of Marine Hall and like a scare zone to like challenge people to try and like walk through the quarantine zone. And Fleetwood's been infected, and like, are you brave enough to go through the quarantine zone? And
that is so
because we were so close to Blackpool as well, there was a few volunteers that volunteer at the Pleasure Beach, and there's a horror Passage de Terror, it's called, And some of them work there on the makeup, so they do the makeup and they're actual professional scare actors, and they volunteered and they did other volunteers makeups for each other and stuff. So,
and tell me, was it just a different section, and did people, the audience members, whatever, participants, just walk through, and did people just sort of look scary at them?
Yeah, so we had a fence.
I didn't mean it sounded not much. I just think that's brilliant.
Yeah. We had a little fence where there were soldiers on the fence, so that you knew you was going into the horror zone. So little Joe Bloggs couldn't go in and then go, what is going on here? Yeah. We also had
for the lollipop.
We also had Murder House Production, which is one of the best horror cosplay groups in the UK. They came up as well. They were raising money for Birmingham Children's Hospital.
Oh, lovely.
So they come up voluntary as well, and come up, and they absolutely bossed it as well, didn't they? Because they're just amazing, and they travel all the way around the UK doing what they do, and they're brilliant at it, raising money.
What else did we have? We had the Thornton Cleveley's board game club. So there, Will is one of our directors, and he runs that every Thursday night. And he came down with loads of his different games, and then had those going on. Some of his members coming down to play games and show people how to play the different games and those sorts of things. Again, all for free.
Gelson's Gimmicks.
Gelson's Gimmicks with like retro games and arcade games. So we have who's an ex-colleague of mine, James, who just came and like rigged it all up. There's like a dance, one of the dance machines. All sorts of different things. Kids love
Guitar
that.
Hero,
and
little retro games as well, like
so
Atari
much.
And stuff.
What else have we not talked about? So far as cosplay groups, we had a couple of Star Wars cosplay groups. So Moss Deathly Misfits are a Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they had a couple of like stages set up, didn't they, for people to take pictures with? And we had the Blackpool Mandalorian. He had like his own. We had Davros, who is the Dalek creator.
I mistakenly here's a story. I mistakenly called him a Dalek. Like, I am not a Dalek. I am like, okay. I like Star Wars. I like Star Wars. It's like,
it's worse.
But he come up and did his own little bit as well.
People were taking pictures of that, and like I say, there were lots of people there that just won't have ever experienced a Comic-Con, but because we've had so many different activities in that, there's definitely people that are like, oh, wait a minute, what's this about? And like I say, it's about getting people involved.
And I mean guests as well. We had 10 guests. We had, for instance,
Hackaty Dog,
who's
the presenter.
He's the latest Blue Peter presenter, Hackaty Dog.
Wow.
With his puppeteer, Phil Fletcher. He was there as well. Who else?
Reese Ryan, who does horror. The actor in Boar Hog, and the director of Boar Hog, Craig Quinn.
Tiddler.
The little boy that's the voice of the Tiddler. Have you watched that at Christmas? Julia Jonathan.
I remember. I know the book. Yeah.
So who wrote Gruffalo? Yeah, she did Tiddler, and then at Christmas there was a Christmas special on, and the lad who did the voice of Tiddler,
did the voice of the
Reuben. Yeah, Reuben. Yeah. Reuben lives in the next town from Fleetwood. Literally, like, come on down, and he's like, I'll come down with his dad. So he loved it.
Lovely.
He loved it. Yeah.
And then Ranger Mike.
Ranger Mike's baby dinosaurs.
Puppet baby dinosaurs. So he was walking around with them all day, and but the things we did to get that, I mean, they did it all free. But in return, we'd turn around and say, we'll give you a table, for instance. So, for instance, Ranger Mike, he also sells dinosaur toys and stuff. So we said, do you know what? If we give you a table, will you do just bring baby dinosaurs? And he did it all day long, didn't he? And he's been on that Creatives on the Couch as well since. Like people.
So it just that's it. The opportunities that people get from it that make it so worthwhile. Yeah.
For instance, Ali, one of the cosplayers that we use for other local events that we do and stuff, She'd never done any like presenting or anything before. She did our cosplay competition, and she absolutely loved it, didn't she?
Yeah, she was really nervous about it, and
but she
we were like,
it.
"You do it, you can do it." And then like I say, the confidence it gave her, and like she's talking about training to be a teacher and all that sort of stuff. So the experience actually that gave Ali, who is a young person in the community that wouldn't have that opportunity if it wasn't provided to her. So yeah.
And I think that's the important thing about it. It's not just it is a good time. Everyone has a wonderful time, but it's so much more significant than that. When you think of the impact on people's self-confidence and learning new skills, meeting new people, it really, all those things really, really matter so much. And,
and opportunities, and us being really like a platform for other people to stand on and say, look what we can do, look what can I do, and stuff.
Which is like spiraled into the Lancashire Cosplay Prop Makers group as well, which is another group of people that like have come together in part because of Fleetwood, who now are going out and doing all sorts of jobs in and across Lancashire and beyond.
That's incredible.
Sav who does that and is doing a fantastic job. At popping up at different events and things like that. And like I say, it's the spiral effect that it's had.
That's it. It gets bigger each time, as people
and it's like
learn and they get ideas.
Would there been a deprived area as well? You're giving people who don't have the opportunity, they can't go to the big con. Now they've got some kind of and they can meet a few authors. Like it's like what Tanya was saying. That's why I go to all these cons to give people who want to put their art out there, and so you're providing that opportunity for folk. I know like a lot of folk think there is dressing up in silly costumes, which is it's a part of it, but there's also that connection part, which is the big thing behind it all.
And people making new friends and stuff, because again that's what Comic-Con's for. You make friends at Comic-Con. And again, so it's the amount of people that are now in touch with each other and stuff, and so if we have like a mini event or we're helping out another Comic-Con, local Comic-Con or something, people will get together and bring each other up. Are you coming along? We'll come along and stuff.
Yes, you've created a family. It's sort of like we have this extended family now across the Outer Hebrides.
Like the story of PJ from that first Comic-Con, and now he's part of the team almost. PJ.
That
was
you see people who came, attended the first, and now they're helping. It's just great. So tell us about the activities, because and you're hoping to have a Comic-Con again next year, but because you make it a free event, it's that fundraising.
It's that fundraising, because our entire event, for everything from marketing down to renting the tables and everything, was just short of, it was just around £6,500 it was. So what we need to do is raise £2,500 before Christmas, that would pay for the core funding, so the venue, the insurance, the first aid and security. That would pay for all that, which then gives us everything else. Will then follow from trader tables. Will then pay for everything else and stuff like that. So and we also use a lot of sponsorships as well. So we had a few businesses come in and turn around and say, "Oh, can we sponsor?" For instance, Healthier Fleetwood came in and said, "Can we sponsor the scavenger hunt?" So for £100, they give £100. We put the logo on, and whenever we advertise them and stuff like that. So we've got ideas.
Paid for the lollipops.
Paid for the
lollipops.
Just thinking 1,000 lollipops.
The stands.
So,
but what a wonderful way for them to be able to give back to the community as well, because they must be looking for really, really meaningful ways to contribute.
And it was really good to see that so many. And I mean, we've just started our big Christmas raffle, and the amount of companies, even local ones that wasn't involved with the Comic-Con to start with, have donated things. I mean, like the local gym, the local sports centre.
Like a couple of passes.
Yeah, a couple of passes there. What else have we got? We've got all sorts. So Creative on the Couch again. They've turned around and said, "Oh, you can come to our Bolton studios and see behind the scenes how we run the show and stuff, and also give you a goodie bag,
guest pass kind of thing."
Yeah. So things like that, and Distant Scream events again. They've given tickets away to their events, and lots of different stuff that people have given away, and we're like, wow, thanks.
So tell me, with these wonderful gifts, when can I buy some raffle tickets?
Well, Will, who's in charge of the raffle tickets, who does the board game club, because it's like, Will, you're going to have to take control of this, because I've got too much going on at the minute. And
we have a Will as well.
He's just got the tickets. We got them yesterday, did we? Yeah, so we got the tickets yesterday. So we're going to do a big post on how you can apply and get your tickets. Yeah. But we're going to do it via, so you can get them obviously physically, but we're also going to find out a way where it probably via PayPal.
Yeah, we normally do free PayPal. So watch our Facebook page. Really, we'll
figure out how we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's so cool. And then we will copy you next year. We'll wait for you to work that bit out, because we just
work that bit, and then.
And then we'll steal the entire idea. And
well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. It's about saying, "Oh, that works." Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's about sharing and turning and saying, "Oh, that works. Have you tried doing this? Have you tried doing that? Have you tried applying for this funding, that funding, and stuff?" Like we were talking about in Glasgow. It's just about working together. Where down here. The Comic-Cons, there's a few Comic-Cons that work together, but some are just all by themselves, but they're big companies and stuff. They don't need little.
It's very different. Yeah.
Different setup, isn't it?
That's it. And I think that's, people maybe don't realize how different a community Comic-Con is from a normal kind of official company Comic-Con. Completely different experience and approach.
I think you have to go to a community Comic-Con to see the difference between like a commercial, it's commercial ones and there's community ones. So yeah.
And if people want to donate, you've got a mechanism for them to do that as well, I think, haven't you?
Yeah. So if you jump onto our Facebook page, there will be a link right at the top to our GoFundMe page. We've got a GoFundMe page on there, and people can donate money to there. So like we say, we're waiting until Christmas to see whether we can hit that 2,500.
Yeah.
We have got a grant in at the minute that we've got our fingers crossed. We're supposed to hear this week, but we haven't heard yet. So it's like,
I know it's always sweaty, isn't it, when that happens?
And you either get an email or a letter, and then you're too scared to actually open it.
Yeah, you're like, emails come through, is it? Oh no, it isn't. It's that one. No, something else. Trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
So it's just waiting for that, really. If that comes through, we're definitely going ahead with it and stuff. If not,
if it doesn't, we'll probably then make it like a biannual event. We'll do it.
You'll still be around.
Definitely, and we'll still be in the community doing probably pop-up workshops and stuff around. So just keeping our name out there and keeping the wave going. How did your event go? Sorry, how did your event go?
It went very well this year. Yes,
it was really, really good. About the same amount of people, but there was much more participation in the workshops and the talks, which we think were really good.
Yeah, we had a good, strong program. I was going to say a good, strong program this year. We have a good, strong program every year, but it felt especially good this year. We had stuff going on a sort of diversity of stuff.
So depending on different ages and different interests, there was something for everybody, because getting that balance when you're just doing it in one day is really hard. and you're never going to please everybody, because they're going to have to make a choice between going to this event, or that talk or something. But
so
it seemed to work.
It's still absolutely worth doing.
Yeah.
It's
No,
but I have to say, just leaping back to what we were saying before about whether you do it next year or whether it becomes biannual, we thought at the beginning a year between events is bags of time. It's not.
No, it isn't. It really isn't.
You know, as soon as one sort of finishes, you seem to be sort of back on the trend,
back
looking at the next
again.
one. So
yeah.
you know,
like it honestly feels like it's just yesterday, those first meetings back in January. I can't believe we're sitting here and it's all done already.
Yeah, the year just sort of goes so quickly as well when you're sort of planning. And of course, we all love it. We're addicted to it, you know, because we just do it. But it's that work, and it's the little things. And each year that gets better. You know, you've got to go through that process.
Then I think also and I'm sure it'd be the same with you. You kind of try and do more each year, which kind of means you're back in the same place as you were before. That all the extra experience has been knocked away by all the extra stuff you're trying to do. So,
just to get carried away.
It's fine.
It's good.
Yeah. I mean, there's when we went to the EpicCon, did you see the school pictures that they had?
Yes,
the school picture competition.
We
was like, write that down. And it's like,
that
is a brilliant idea.
And we actually stole one of their ideas because they had a people's choice thing, because we've always had a sort of art competition. But people's choice, that's a good thought. So we stole that and had that this year.
And there were so many votes, you know. There were a lot. People went there and they loved the opportunity of making that choice.
Put in the vote.
You know, so you'll find you'll have all these extra ideas. So I think that's what's so lovely. It was just so nice being at EpicCon. You get so many ideas, and meeting you guys there as well. It was it was terrific.
Really enjoyed it.
He disappeared for hours, and I was stood because I was manning the stall. Bob came and was like, "I'm going to go and steal Alan." And I was like, "Okay." And then like an hour later, I was like, "Okay, I'm still stood here during the table." And you do like,
we was having coffee.
And at one point, I texted, I was like, "I could really do the break."
I'm so sorry.
I was working the table.
So next year, we will have coffee.
Yes. We'll switch it round. I'll abandon him.
I blame Bob. He's not here, so he can't defend himself.
Bob,
so I'll blame Bob.
It's not Bob. Oh no, that's great.
That's another thing. Bob said that he's looking into like making your local jingle for you as well. So we have our own little jingle that he made.
Man, so, are you going to sing it for us now?
Come and join the fun at Fleetwood Comic-Con. And
get your cosplayer.
Is it? At Fleetwood Comic-Con.
People were actually, it is an earworm, because people were actually asking the DJ to put it on at the Comic-Con. Can you put that tune? I was like, yep. So he played it several times. It's like, and somebody actually came over and said, "Do you have that tune that you can send it me?" Like, why would you want it sent? Yes, we can do.
Yeah, it can be people's ringtones. You can sell it for 99p.
But he's a good one, is Bob.
That's grand, And you were sort of saying, you know, you do think. Tell me more. I'm still interested in this prop group that you mentioned.
So Lancashire cosplayers and prop makers. So it started off as a Facebook group, but then we had like a number of cosplayers who are local, who like they got together, didn't they? So there's Sav who runs it. Sav runs it basically, but there's also James and Ali. You know, who are the regular ones who come all the time to all our like mini events, or if we're doing like a promo at somebody else's event, or if we're doing anything that we're doing, you know, they'll jump on. And we thought, oh, this is a good idea. So we now use the Facebook page for other events, local events. For instance, we had St. Anne's Film Festival wanted a couple of cosplayers. So what they do is then they go onto the Lancashire Cosplayers and Prop Makers Facebook group. They put down, we need some cosplayers. Are anybody available? And then Sav goes through and asks people, basically.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah. People
And then they do it. So it's no legwork for us.
Yeah.
So it's less legwork for us to do. But then they get to do what they enjoy doing.
And they
get to help the rest of the community out and stuff.
And they're exploring ideas like going into hospitals and things like that now, aren't they? Like Sal's been contacted, which he's tried to set up before, but because of the Lancashire cosplayers and because, like I say, they're getting around to loads of different events now, it looks like that this Christmas will be going into like local like hospitals and things like that to cosplay and stuff, which is something he's wanted to do for ages and
and it's just suddenly there's enough people to do it and
it's just about getting the group together, grouping them together and letting them know that there's opportunities out there and people are after a couple of cosplayers and stuff. So for instance, we'll put them through the DBS. So we'll put them through the DBS and stuff like that, and things like even Sky Vistral aerial. So the drone man. So somebody did had a drone and stuff. So we and he was just setting up his business. So we ended up paying for his insurance, weren't it? We said, you know what, we'll pay for your insurance if you can do a couple of like pictures and stuff. So he's done that, and now he's making it into his own little business, doing weddings and stuff like that, and but advertising and stuff. So again, it's amazing. Helping, saying who needs help and promoting yourself on using us as a platform.
And by helping each other, it's that reciprocity. Coming together and each getting something out of it, and then they go on and help someone else and help someone else. Oh, that's fantastic.
But it was easy for us because the Comic-Con community are all like that anyway. Everybody in the Comic-Con community are excellent at like working together and helping each other out. If somebody says somebody needs help, they'll go and help them and stuff. So so it was easy enough to do. Especially because again, we're only, like I say, an hour away from Manchester and an hour away from Liverpool. So there's already some people already around and stuff.
So without any spoilers then, have you got plans for next year? If you do it next year, have you got things in your mind already thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind trying that this year?
Well, I booked the guest and Paul looked after the guests this year, just gone. But if we were going to do it next year, then Paul will definitely book the guest, which he's got a bit of a network and stuff. So I'll leave him completely up to that. And I'm sure he's got some good ideas that he wants to do. Yeah. We wanted to do wrestling this year, and we had it booked and everything. However, it had to get cancelled because we needed what's called a 10 from the council, temporary event notice. It wasn't on private land, it was outside. So and it just become all complicated.
And was all a bit too late to sort out.
That's the thing, isn't it?
But you learn. You learn.
So it was possible, but it was just too short notice to turn and
to find out
get all that sorted out. So we'll probably
definitely next year.
Get some wrestling going on and stuff.
Cal, you would like that. Hey.
There's a few people have come up to me and said that already to me. I've had a few folks saying there's any chance there could be some wrestling related stuff. So that's why we're doing that segment on the podcast.
Whole thing is just I know nothing about it.
I'm aware of a lot of people on the island who like wrestling, so there's definitely an appetite there for it.
You think of 2 volunteers who will actually do the wrestling?
Oh.
There's a research.
That's any disputes.
Yeah.
well, the way Hereward's behaving about winning the quiz, I think he wants to get into some wrestling. He's been carried on.
Okay, we can nominate him. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
But
popular.
But the thing is, at the minute we're just at the stage of getting that 2,500.
Yeah.
Then it's a case of, right, what can we do this year and thingy really. So it's really till Christmas, all focus on getting that 2,500.
Yeah.
And
then
the
you'll
rest
let
really
yourself sink. Yeah.
And then we'll go, right, what else can we get involved with? Because
I'm sure you'll do it, and we'll be looking out to buy raffle tickets. Yeah,
we could at least get 5 or 6. So we'll see where that goes. But we've also got Thornton Cleveland Board Game Club. Happening. So that happens every Thursday night. So Will's there now. He runs Thornton Cleveland Board Game Club, and we pay for the venue once a month at the end of the month. So it makes it free, because usually it's like £3 to get involved
each. So you're covering those costs.
Yeah. So they have about 20-25 people turn up each week to the board game club. So it's a decent number, and he's been running the board game club for about 10 years, hasn't he?
Wow.
And so it's established, it's things. So we're trying to get his numbers up as well by advertising for him and stuff, and helping him out that way. And he's helping us out by raising money and stuff. So again, it's that working together.
It's partnership. It's so close.
It's similar to what we have with Gateway Nerds.
Very
same idea.
Yes, there are similarities in that about how one connects with people and partners and
definitely. I mean, like I say, I was so chuffed when I was like researching, and I looked and I found there was another CIC Comic-Con, and now there is another one after us as well. So Luton Comic-Con. So Luton Comic-Con.
Luton, that's a check that out.
So they're a Comic-Con now, and
they say going all the way north to south now. All these
that's it. It starts up north and then works its way down. And Milton Keynes are thinking about it, aren't they? And they want to have a little bit of a discussion about how to do it and stuff.
That's amazing, isn't it? I don't think we'd realized that it wasn't a typical thing. I don't think it had even occurred to us.
This is our ignorance.
Yes, our ignorance.
It seemed the way to actually do it that was feasible. So we went for it, but not because we were informed or because we were sort of great thinkers, just because that seemed about right. We'll do that. And sometimes I think you have to do it. You just have to grasp it and go for it. Otherwise, you end up just planning for years doing nothing.
That's it. So trial and error. At least you're moving forward.
And it's just through doing this podcast and the people I've spoken to, like authors and all that, there's an appetite from them for community cons as well, because they're saying they feel like they've lost that connection to the people, kind of with all the big cons. It's just autograph and photograph forums there about. I mean, that's great. Who doesn't want to get the but a lot of these creatives, they are craving a bit more of a small feel. They can get a good connection
very much
with people.
We always get good feedback from guests, specifically on that it does give them an opportunity to get out there and infuse about the things that
they love.
They've been infusing. Why it got them into it?
So
it's
that's it. Rather than sitting.
As you say, just.
Sitting in a green room and then coming out for 10 minutes and then going back again. So I think it's got so much more warmth.
And they feel part of it. They are actually part of the Comic-Con instead of just we'll wheel them out and wheel them in type thing. And
exactly. For better or worse, we've had these poor these poor partners that accompany their spouses or other partners, you know, they are suddenly roped in. Oh, you can help with the cosplay. You can help with this activity. All these poor people are suddenly put to work, but they're always so lovely and generous with their time, and
yes,
you know,
very much so.
that's part of it.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, once you've got the volunteers in who, and again, the volunteers, but they're also attendees. Go and enjoy the Comic-Con while you're helping out. You know, there's always a spare hour that you can go away and actually enjoy the rest of the Comic-Con and stuff, and then come back and do your voluntary job that you're doing and stuff. So yeah, it's like when we had the zombies. The zombies, they absolutely loved it, and they said, "Oh, I hope you come back next year and stuff." And it's like, So, and they're like, "Is there anything else that you need help with and stuff?" It's like, no, just enjoy the day. It's like,
I've always wanted to have zombies. I think we went. Where was it? Was it one of the early ones we went to? They had sort of prison gates, like bars, and zombies behind. And I just thought, and then people could be made up as zombies and then go into the prisons. And I just thought that's just a brilliant way of occupying people. You know, get all the children, zombify them, put them in a prison, and then the parents can have a bit of time. Joking aside, but it's just such a fun idea. I think, you know, definitely think of something like that. But you can't do everything, you know.
No,
you want to, but you can't.
But the best things are as well the spontaneous things. For instance, the zombies.
Yeah, they did like a dance, like
is it cranberries?
To the cranberries, you know, zombies.
Zombies.
Oh, brilliant!
It was so funny.
They went over to the DJ. They asked them to put it on. They put it on, and they all danced. And they were all like doing the like. It was brilliant, and it not planned whatsoever. Just
thought this would be a good idea.
This would be a good idea. Let's have a go at it. It's like, and I think that's what it's about. So we're like, definitely come back next year and do that. Same with we had somebody with Kermit and Fonz, Fuzzy Bear. Yeah, Kermit and Fuzzy Bear, the puppeteer. Yeah,
had a plan for it.
They come along and stuff, and everybody loved it, and they were coming along, and it's like, you know what? Come next year, we'll give you a little bit of a table and stuff that you can then show everybody what you do with the puppets and stuff, and show off your hobby to everybody because everybody was interested. So,
yes.
And then you'll find more people doing that, and then next year you'll discover some other people. You know, it will just grow.
But we had. We had an attendee as well come from Cornwall or Devon.
Wow, that's quite a.
I think you said Devon.
Devon, came up from Devon just to be at the Comic-Con. Yeah,
that's impressive. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll grow as well, because we have got room to grow as well.
Yeah.
And,
we're jealous of
we had
your
Kimberly this year as well.
Yeah,
Kimberly,
we had someone from Kentucky. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yes, and Canada, but they were specially invited. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, and I think that's nice. I love the fact that we can also have an international family, you know, sort of connection as well. It's really,
Well, that's what I was gonna say as well, was maybe thinking about other Comic-Cons that are community orientated elsewhere around the world, and get a little group going, a little union, if you will, of community Comic-Cons from around the world.
And that's a great idea. Yeah. And certainly hearing about, did you say Luton, and, you know, some more local ones as well?
Yeah.
Because it is different, and so, as you say, the community is so open to sharing, and that I think that will be really lovely to create this network.
A network.
It's not just
we can look into.
Yeah, it's also, I think, from when we were chatting with you a glance ago, there are so many things that are also the same between yours and us. The kind of things that you think that gave us a sort of a head scratch moment, gave you a head scratching moment. It's it's not, even though we're in very different places.
Yeah, there's similar challenges. and we can
Definitely.
give advice about,
Yeah.
you know, well, we dealt with it this way, you maybe dealt with it a different way, but these are ideas of how to do these things. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, when we went for that coffee in Glasgow, we was just sat there and we were going, yeah, me too, me too, me too. And it was literally going through going through the same barriers that we've got to jump over, similar barriers that with funding and with venues and stuff like that. So it was good to
just tables. You know, you're talking about tables. I was scarred this year because the folding tables kept on falling on me. And I'm literally fighting with folding tables and losing it. I'm just thinking, you know.
We're actually going to run that as an activity next year. Charge 5.
Domino tables.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. So I could empathize about those tables.
I hurt in places I didn't know existed because of the tables.
I
was like, I'm sore. How am I sore there? And it's like, because you've been lifting the tables.
Yeah.
We're kind of the age now where we get Ocon ache after a few days.
Yes, we do. I mean, we ache.
I remember, I think poor James had a sore throat on the Saturday. Remember, he was hosting the quiz in the PA, so he had to shout the quiz to the whole town. Because you walked in, John, and said, "What's going on in here? Why is James shouting?"
You know, and that's it. There'll always be tech issues. Always. You can't avoid it, but it's just bummer.
That's life, isn't it?
That's life, But yes, the poor guy in this massive hall.
I think we had we had the pay thing went down for a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, the internet for like the traders, you know. Take
went
cards
down.
down.
It's like panic station.
The traders are like, we can't do payments. We're like, sorry.
But like you say, these things that are gonna happen and they crop up, and you just got to deal with them as
they do. And you know, it doesn't sort of matter. You'll come. Okay, we don't have that. Tough. You know. Yeah. No one cares. Yeah. No, it's good.
And of course, when you are organising these things, you see all of this and you think, oh, that's not as good as I wanted, and we forgot to do this. And but the people coming, they don't see any of that, and they have a great time. And so you feel the pain more than anybody else does, I think. But
it's like I've always said to so many. I always said I would love to go to Ocon as a punter. And just see it through their eye. But I could never give up doing all this work. I love it too much to ever have that experience.
I know, the thought of stepping aside 1 year and just doing it, you'd be itchy. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to last.
It's very much like a swan, isn't it? Where it looks so elegant and stuff for the people who see it, and then underneath the water, it's pedaling like mad. Everyone's working hard and stuff. But we like I say, we was very lucky. We've got a brilliant team.
You have to have the team around.
You've got to have a brilliant team around you.
And it's just like every single volunteer brings so much and gives so much of their time and their talent and energy and that, and that's what makes it so special.
Definitely.
And we're quite lucky with our team. It's kind of the same. We've added to it, but there's no one's really left as such. It's all the same faces that were at our first meeting, basically.
Which is quite extraordinary when you think it's 2020, some years, and still that same core team. Oh, that's lovely.
I don't know, is that one of yours? I don't know who that is, but he just said he went as a punter and a volunteer.
It's great. We'll take
Could be one of ours, could be one of yours.
Either. I always feel sort of a bit guilty because the volunteers just work so hard.
They do.
Everybody goes above and beyond.
But like you say, being a community Comic-Con, it's everybody's in it together type thing. Whether you're an attendee, a volunteer, a guest, a trader, it doesn't really matter. It's like as long as everybody makes sure it's successful overall, then and if anybody needed any help, somebody jumps in and
no, and it's just I think Comic-Cons are still one of the most inclusive, welcoming events I've ever been to. I just think they're amazing, and I think being a community one is just like times 10, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It takes it to another level.
That's it. Yeah.
So we always remember the very first one on the very first night, what James said when he took to the stage. It's okay, we don't have to pretend to like football anymore. We can talk about this stuff openly.
Can talk about geeky stuff.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. We've given ourselves permission now. Yeah. That's been brilliant. And
what date is yours next year on?
Have
you thought about it?
Can we reveal?
Saying October the 3rd.
Oh,
yeah.
If October the 1st is Saturday, so
we're gonna,
yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're trying it a week earlier than this year, as in So
that's the plan.
The plan.
But as you know, plans don't always.
Yeah. That's it. So
that's absolutely what we're aiming for.
No, we will make it so.
Yep.
Determination.
Yeah.
Yes.
It starts with the date, doesn't it? You need to have that before you do anything else.
It does focus the mind, doesn't it?
Yes. October. We've only got a year.
Yes. This is only
Not even that. We'll only have
sleeps to Ocons.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 months once we get started in January.
Yeah. It's.
I literally my stomach
I can just see it.
went. 10 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And,
Well,
and
we'll
again,
be looking
a
out
lot,
for.
a lot of people don't see that, like I say, the organisation of and how
long it
takes to you know.
Yeah.
And like you say, it goes so quickly.
So quickly. Yeah. No.
And it's also in that preparation plan when you have all the ideas and seeing it just shrink and shrink. And
Yes.
one you would really like, but they just can't pull it off, kind of.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we used to that. We do it every year. There's a huge, great pile of extraordinary ideas, and you just have to narrow it down to the ones you can actually sort of get there and do. But we never give up on them. Sometimes things appear the year after we think and things like that, don't they? So,
You know, one thing may not work, and then like 2 years later, you'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, we had a number of different things that we wanted to do, didn't we? We had the what was that? The masked singer. So we was going to do the masked cosplayer. So the masked cosplayer and somebody sing, because we had a couple of people, you know, but then we couldn't get somebody to do this. So it was like, logistically, we haven't got enough manpower to do it. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll do that.
People, like Bob sings. You met Bob sings. He was on the Voice.
Bob was on the Voice.
He's got a lovely voice, and so Eva's got a good voice as well. So like we've got people that will do it. It's just
logistics.
Sometimes it's just logistics, how you need lots of volunteers. But the idea stays.
Yeah, things like tug of war as well. We wanted like little groups, so maybe doing like a 4-man tug of war by local groups. So say the fire brigade or the army cadets and stuff. Maybe
and again, that's including more people and more
people to get to get involved.
I like what you've got on the screen, Cal. Giving people a safe space to indulge in their fandoms is a real gift. So that's one of yours, I think. Yeah, brilliant.
That would be Kim or Chris. The screens.
Yeah.
So, like I say,
Kim, you would say. Oh, sorry, carry on.
No, it's okay.
I was just saying the person who was saying they were a punter and volunteer is one of ours. I can't figure that out.
Oh, that's lovely to know. Oh, fantastic. I always feel that pang of guilt that, just coming in and working so hard. Yeah, but love it. Yeah, that's good.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I would say in Distant Scream events, that's Kim who's just brought that. So that's who ran the horror section. So the horror section.
Giving us ideas, Kim. Thank you.
They've got the Horror Con coming on the 28th of Feb, my birthday. So we're going to be there for my birthday.
You're going to be there.
So the 28th and the 1st of March in Haywood, which is just outside Manchester.
Nice. Yeah.
She was there running around as a soldier all day, wasn't she? With her loving life.
No, I love that.
Oh, the comments are flying in right now.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, yeah.
That's good to know.
Inclusivity, yeah. Providing an alternative for people who aren't into sport. It's good. Yes. Not into sport.
Yeah, it
I've
gives
watched
like
the
I
game
say,
of rugby, but no.
like I say, Comic-Cons
I
are
want to
just...
be a zombie next year. Yeah.
There you go.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. I can still wear my t-shirt. I'll just, yeah. Perfect.
Just have bits falling off.
Bits falling off. Yeah.
Yes.
We've seen yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very good point. Yeah. There's not, and I think that's why we kind of wanted to start Ocon, because it was in the library, and it's just, you just felt that there was parts of the community that weren't being catered for.
Mm-hmm.
In sort of Lewis and Outer Hebrides, and I think that's again was a big motivation about this could work. We hope it will work. Yeah. And it does transcend. It covers such a huge range: writing, art, film, animation, props, makeup, design. It just goes on about all the areas it covers. It's extraordinary. Yeah.
Did you have an issue with explaining what a Comic-Con was to some people before you did it? Because a lot of
really,
I
never recall having that.
Well, I think not. Sort of the discussions I had, the people I was working, like initially in the library, a lot of people had no idea what it was.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't been involved in that kind of scene, it's very much something that doesn't cross your threshold. So why would you know about it?
I mean, we have the issue because of with dealing with the council. So trying to there's a Comic-Con. What's a Comic-Con?
Local authorities. They do not understand.
They don't understand. And they're like then trying, because we find it's like Marmite. You don't need to explain what a Comic-Con is whatsoever, because they know it, and you're like, and then you move on. But then there's someone goes, I don't know what that is, and you have to start right at the beginning.
Yeah, that's it. And I kind of expected for sounds awful, a sort of council officers. You do get the nerds there who are hiding. But I wasn't surprising. But once I was talking to someone who was quite high up in a creative organization, and they said, what's a Comic-Con? And I just, this was at a meeting, and my face was dropped, and I said, you don't know what a Comic-Con is? I mean, I was really rude, but I was so surprised that they didn't know.
There's a third thing, which is people who know what a Comic-Con is, but then you have to go through that thing we were talking about earlier on about the wider benefits, that it's not just people playing funny games in fancy dress. There is all this other sort of
the value. Yeah, the value.
I think we probably do more explaining about.
That's it. That it's not just about selling stuff for celebrities or being.
It's where the
TV fandom. It's
so many different. Like you said, with the creative side, and then you've got the music, you got the singing, you got the prop making, you've got the cosplay making, you got the comic book designing, and there's so many different layers, so it's hard to explain. It's like it's mainly the creative part of
creative industries, absolutely, and that's what I think it is. It's all about creativity, and with the volunteers, they're learning how to plan things, how to organize, how to budget, customer care. Everyone's learning all these skills at the same time through doing it. So it's
there's a lot of weird stuff you wouldn't think goes on.
Exactly, a lot of weird stuff that you got to do.
I mean, we had a meeting with the venue where we was at, and it was like I brought somebody down just to make sure that the Daleks can get in and out of the doors. And they're like, it's normal for us to talk about Wookiees and stuff like that.
I love that.
The Wookiees would have to duck down because the doors.
You got to do a risk assessment. you know.
yeah.
Can Jabba the Hutt get through?
Well, that's
Yeah.
very fond of saying the enemy of the Dalek is not the Doctor; it's the width of a domestic doorway. It's
Exactly. And I mean, their changing rooms, for instance, our venue where we was at Marine Hall, their changing rooms were upstairs. I was like, we've got Daleks coming.
Yes.
Stairs.
Stairs.
The number one enemy of the Dalek.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. I love that these are our issues. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I chuckle away because you can see like counsellors like looking at you strange, like, oh, I can't believe I'm having this conversation about how a Wookiee can't walk upstairs.
Eventually, they will all know what a Comic-Con is, and then you know that
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've
won. Yes. Yeah. No, it's grand.
Definitely.
Oh no, it's been lovely catching up with you guys. It's just,
Yes.
and I just, we'll be looking out for the raffle and. Yep.
We'll put the post up and stuff how you can get tickets.
Before we end, I've got the trivia round, but I'm going to do it differently this time.
Okay.
So, the Fleetwood crew, you've got 5 trivia questions on the Outer Hebrides to ask, and Kathleen and John, you've got 5 questions about Fleetwood to answer. So who knows more about the other town? We'll find out in a second. So, questions about the Outer Hebrides. Number 1. What's the name of the famous standing stones in the Outer Hebrides? The very famous ones.
I knew we should have had Bob instead of you.
I know. At what point should I tell you that my day job is a geography teacher?
Geography teacher. Should know this. Should know this.
But I don't have any knowledge, any general knowledge. So. I don't know.
Oh,
no.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, we'll have to pass.
Callanish stones. You heard of them before? You probably got the picture in your head, do you?
Yeah, I actually watched a documentary yesterday about all the different stones in Scotland that were different.
Well, you weren't watching very carefully.
I know. I watched it yesterday. They were on about medieval, ancient Britain. They were watching, and they were on about that. Anyway,
number 2. What is the language that is spoken up here? We speak another language apart from English.
I think it's Gaelic.
That would make sense.
It would make sense, but I don't want to be wrong. Go on.
No.
Gaelic.
Yep, spot on.
Yeah.
Hey.
There we go.
Number 3. What is the name of the distinctive traditional hand-woven fabric that is made up in the islands? It's a type of wool.
Yeah. So you get your tweed suits from?
Yep. There's a specific name for this tweed. Very well-known tweed. Kathleen's bursting it. No, Harris tweed.
Harris tweed. There we go.
Okay, so the largest island of the Outer Hebrides is actually separated as 2 different islands. Can you name the 2 of them? It's one landmass, but we're kind of classified as 2 different islands for some mysterious reason. Do you know can you name the 2 islands?
Well,
geography
teacher.
I've
got to.
This is like the embarrassing thing.
You're a geography teacher.
Know this. I don't. I can tell you all about how a waterfall forms. That doesn't happen right now.
So Stornoway's on the Isle of. What's it on the isle?
I would just say it's in the Outer Hebrides, me. So
but it's on the Isle of. Oh, that's going to bug me.
It's the Isle of Lewis, and the other island is actually the answer to the last one. Harris is the other island.
Harris.
The Isle of Harris.
That's where Harris comes from.
I knew Lewis. Just couldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 5. The island of Barra is famous for having the world's only airport where the flights land on what kind of surface?
Oh,
It's the only airport in the world where they land on this kind of surface.
I'm guessing it's going to be sand.
Well, it must.
Well-
What else could it be? Like,
Yeah,
Yep,
we're going
it
with
is. It
sand.
lands on the beach. It lands on the
Oh.
beach. It's the only airport in the world where the times are dictated by the tides, landing and takeoff times.
interesting.
Ah, there you
Quite
go.
cool.
That is cool.
It's very
Right,
cool.
But probably, is it terrifying though? How do they
No,
flatten
it's
it?
brilliant. Best. Yeah.
But it's soft.
There's people who
so
just-
it
so
doesn't
Soft
who
bounce.
take
landing
that flight
is
just
just fab.
no, we do get tourists who just take the flight just to have that to say they've done it. They've landed on the beach on the plane.
Cool. Very cool.
All right, Kathleen and John, your knowledge of Fleetwood
Oh.
now.
Okay. We're not going to do as well as you.
Okay, the town of Fleetwood was famously the first planned town of the Victorian era. Which prominent architect commissioned the layout of the town's design?
No many architects. All I know is
No, I think this is a hard pass for us. Indeed, you just said name a Victorian architect. I think,
and you know
It's a proper Victorian name. This Decimus Burton.
Decimus what?
Burton.
Burton's.
That's a
fabulous.
proper Victorian name. I'll give him that. And
Yeah.
I guess he's got proper good sideburns and a great beard on him as
presumably
well.
9 younger brothers and sisters. Yes.
You knew that, didn't you?
So,
Garth?
okay, Fleetwood is the only town to have 3 operational lighthouses. One is the Inland Upper Lighthouse. What is the classical name it is known by?
Sorry, can you say that just again? The 3 lighthouses, and then one.
Yeah, one is called the Inland Upper Lighthouse, which is also known by what classical name?
Oh my gosh!
Something Roman.
Yeah, I would say you're.
What would be something Roman and light? The Zeus. That's Greek.
Yeah, say the Zeus.
Pharos.
The Zeus lighthouse.
Pharos. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pharos
That
of
makes sense.
Alexandria, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Number 3, the decline of Fleetwood as a deep sea fishing port in the mid 20th century was largely hastened by a series of disputes between the UK and which country over fishing rights?
Iceland.
Oh, yep, spot on, John.
Woo!
You see, I was a child of the Cod Wars. Oh, yeah.
The Cod War. So, what famous local product, a strong lozenge, was originally created by pharmacist James Lofthouse for deep sea fishermen?
Fisherman's Friends.
Yep, there you go.
They have saved
Well,
me on many an afternoon.
I was going to say, if Fleetwood never
Yeah.
did anything else but Fisherman's Friends, it's
Fisherman's
it's a
Friends.
place
That's-
in history,
that's-
isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Right, so what historic semicircular building designed by Decimus Burton was constructed in 1841 to serve as a high-end hotel for overnight guests making the railway journey from Euston, London, before boarding the steamers to Scotland?
What round?
Yeah, it's a semicircular.
Semicircular.
Some sort of crescent, maybe.
You know this hotel.
Circus.
Yeah.
No,
it's another
no idea.
pass.
Uh,
So
No,
so
no,
shame.
the answer was in the question there. It was the journey
North
from Euston.
Euston.
It was the North Euston Hotel.
Ah,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
But I do believe,
Yep.
Kathleen and John, you won 2-1 there on local knowledge.
luck.
Yeah.
Fisherman's Friends did it.
Yeah,
Fisherman's
that's
Friends.
it. That's what swung it, wasn't
That
it?
did it.
You're never going to get that wrong.
That was me,
so,
yeah.
Yes, it was.
I would have revised if I knew there was a trivia.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I spring this on
Believe
every
forgot
single guest we have. I
Lewis.
spring a trivia right. I do this to all our guests. I like torturing people with questions. It's my thing now. So.
You should fit right into
All
the
right,
civil
guys,
service. Yes.
Just so to wrap up, if people want to find you and find out more of, or if they've heard and they want to get involved, where can they find you guys?
So you can get us on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and our website, which is fleetwoodcommunitycommoncon.co.uk. But we usually are Facebook.
Facebook's the most active, isn't it, at the
yeah.
moment? And then closer to the con, it'll be like the TikToks and all those sorts of things, isn't it? But at the moment, Facebook is the most active way of getting in touch.
Excellent.
Finding out what's going on.
Yeah. And we will definitely be looking out and wishing you every bit of success with your fundraising.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And hopefully we can get up for the 3rd of October. And come
Excellent.
and see you guys.
And we will
Hopefully
try.
we can-
Yeah.
We'll
You
get
must
down there
send
at some
us
point.
your logo.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Cool.
All
We'll
right,
get Bob
Kathleen
onto
and
that
John.
tune.
Oh, all right. And Kathleen and John, a pleasure as always to have you on. It's always good to see you.
It was
Great to be
lovely to meet you, Hannah, and lovely to see you both again.
Yes.
See you. Yeah.
All right.
Thank
All right,
you
thanks
for having
everyone
us.
for watching and listening. And I will speak to you all soon.
Bye. Thank you.